Good morning, it's 9:13. Thursday, if you recall, I'm going to sort of like we talked about becoming a better you. And part of that included how to incorporate strength training into your workouts and how to build an at-home gym.
So today we want to talk about the ways to measure your fitness progress that don't involve the scale. Personal strength trainer Allison Mosso is here with us to show us some of those ways. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're excited to talk about strength and measuring your fitness without a scale. I think that's kind of a win-win for a lot of people too.
Yes, it's much more uplifting, and it can be just better for your longevity to not focus so much on the scale when it comes to your fitness journey.
Because I think that's definitely the mindset that people get into. Because a lot of times they want to lose weight. That's why they're starting to get in shape. But there's so many other things that just aren't measured that way. And heart rate is one of them. Talk to us about that.
Yes, so your heart rate is a great indicator of how conditioned you're becoming. So for example, let's say you're doing walking, jogging intervals, and your walking heart rate is somewhere between 90 to 100 beats per minute, and your jogging heart rate is somewhere between 150 to 160 beats per minute. The faster you can come down from that jogging heart rate to your walking heart rate doing those intervals indicates that your heart is working more efficiently. So essentially, the faster your heart rate can slow down after high intensity intervals, the more conditioned your heart is becoming.
And that's something anyone can measure just even on your watch these days,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We all got them, right?
So if your heart rate didn't come down right away, would that be something that you should be concerned about? Or if you can't get it going in the first place, like talk to me about that.
Yeah, so if you can't get it going in the first place, that's something I would check out with your doctor for sure, because that could be an indicator of maybe a heart condition.
Sure.
But if your heart rate is staying pretty high, even when you're in your resting period, that just means you have more opportunity to become conditioned, and you'll get there. So don't get unmotivated by that.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're doing strength training, you say that a sign of an improvement is when you can get rid of a point of contact. Tell us what that means.
Yeah, so for example, if you've been practicing push-ups on your knees and now you're practicing them off your knees, that is getting rid of a point of contact. You're getting rid of contact with the floor, which indicates that you're going to need to use more effort and that you're using more core stability and probably more muscles and joints. And so therefore you're getting less support. And so that is an indicator of progress.
Or like if you're doing a plank or something, if you do a one-arm plank or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Or if you're using something like a TRX, which is this type of rope apparatus in the gym with handles. If you usually do something like step-ups while hanging onto the handles, but now you get rid of the handles, you're improving, you're progressing because you're getting rid of that point of contact.
Can you talk specifically about core strength and what the importance of that is in the big picture?
Yeah, so your core is really the bread and butter of your strength. Your core is, we can think about it not just as your abdominals, but your back, your glutes, your hips, upper thigh area. And it's really the powerhouse of how well you can function and how well you can move. If your core strength is lacking, then you're most likely going to have an increased risk of injury, or you're just not going to be doing things as efficiently or effectively. So it's really important to work on that core strength.
What are some easy, basic ways we can do at home every day to kind of improve our core strength?
Yeah, so working on things like planks, dead bugs, working on your pelvic alignment. So our pelvis is right down here, and if we work on trying our best to keep it tilted in versus flaring out our ribs or arching our low back, just being aware of that are great ways to start working on your core strength.
All right, so let's talk about barbells and how do we? I think you expect if you're doing that kind of lift, well, I'm going to see the improvement because I'm going to look down and my arms are going to be bigger, but that's not really always the case.
Yeah, so barbell lifting, it's one of my favorite ways to lift. I love teaching my clients how to barbell lift, and mind you, on day one, they're not doing a barbell back squat if they've never started before. So you got to progress your way there in a smart manner. But barbell lifts are so significant as a form of progress because they're compound moves, such as a squat, a barbell deadlift, a barbell overhead press. And what that means is you're using multiple muscle groups and joints versus something just like a bicep curl where you're solely using that bicep muscle. Something like a overhead press, you're using so much more of your upper body muscles and joints.
When it comes to barbells, like where's a good place for most people to start in terms of the weight? Like the 3-pound weights, the 5-pound, the 10-pound?
So a standard barbell is usually about 45 pounds, but some gyms have a 33-pound one. Some gyms have like a 10-pound one.
Okay.
But you can also start with dumbbells. So
That's
dumbbells
maybe more
are
what I was thinking.
Yes.
Whoa. Wait.
Like I was
There's
more
a difference
thinking
between a
dumbbells.
dumbbell and a barbell?
Yes, yeah.
Well, you better explain that.
A barbell is that shiny piece of steel, like a long bar you usually see in the gym, and then the
Okay.
dumbbell is the you know, silicone or whatever you want to call
That's
it.
why I was like, oh, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, right? You're like, no,
Yes.
33, 40
Well,
pounds. Okay.
I'm 52 years old, and I learned something new
The
today.
more you know. Hey, yeah, I studied this, and this is my livelihood. So
No,
of
it
course
makes
I know.
sense. It makes sense. Now I feel like a dope.
Okay, what about stability? A lot of people struggle with their balance and stability, and that comes back to the core strength that you were referring to, too, right?
Absolutely. So a good indicator that you've improved your stability and your balance is that you've increased your depth and your range of motion. So let's say you've been practicing squats, and maybe you're doing like a quarter squat where you go a quarter of the way down. And now you're progressing to a 90-degree knee bend squat. So like my knees are at right now, 90-degree knee bend. That is a form of progress because you're using more stability and you're using more strength to get down to that 90 degrees.
So we've done all this exercise. We've gotten ourselves to a certain point where, despite what the scale says, you feel better. You're doing more. What are we doing with this next? This is the part that you like the most out of this.
Oh, yes. So my favorite thing about like showing a sign of progress with your strength training, with your fitness, conditioning, whatever it might be, is that you get to say yes to things that you've always wanted to try. So for example, I've had a lot of clients try paddleboarding after they've been strength training with me, or they've gone on longer hiking trips, and they just have more strength and capacity to make that more enjoyable.
Awesome. And that's a quality of life thing. And again, you
Yes.
don't measure it on the scale, you measure it by what you can go do and what you can't do.
Exactly.
And I would guess, lots of folks who are watching right now, that some of this sounds a little intimidating, but Allison, I'm sure you're going to say any way you can get up and get moving and doing something is going to be a benefit?
Yes, something is better than nothing. Some movement is better than no movement. I would probably stick to the indoors for a while if you're going to move. But yeah, something is better than nothing. So yeah.
Awesome, Allison. Thank you.
Thank
Good to see
you.
you. And we'll post a link to her studio, Mosso Nutrition and Fitness, on MinnesotaLive.com.